Yeah, that a leg.
Going hard, is it a chance? Yes, it is. And New Zealand claim the first wicket. Colin Munro, the catcher, out on the square boundary. And Tamim has picked him out. Short. He deliberately went up and tried to hit it over, but Munro in position. Comfortable catch. And New Zealand will be delighted that they've managed to at last get a wicket.
Good.
Yeah, again, it looks like he's rolled his wrist over needed, and Tamim has to go now for 23 off 42 balls. Bangladesh 72 for 1.
Leg stump.
So just 2 legitimate balls from this over from Jimmy Neesham. He's picked up the wicket, and the important wicket. Tamim Iqbal cutting hard at a short wide one, got it up and over, but wasn't able to really get the gap. And so Colin Munro took a comfortable catch on the boundary, and New Zealand claim the first wicket, an important one because it was really starting to threaten at 72. And the run rate starting to escalate a little from 4.5 towards 5. New batsman, Shabir. He's away quickly. Bit of a dasher as well, Shabir Rahman.
So banged in nice and short there from Neesham, and Tamim is going to be very disappointed with that. As you can see, as soon as he hit it, he realised it was straight down the throat of the fielder out there, and really disappointing way to go after such a promising start.
Short again, this one whipped away, and Ish Sodhi down at fine leg does the job. Still, they're able to get back for 2 as Sodhi moves to his right. Down there. Sumaya now to 47 from 51. He's handled the short ball in different ways, but now he's actually sort of just rolling with it a bit more, gaining a bit of confidence. He had struggled in the first couple of overs. Had a bit of discomfort. It's gone in the air. Looks like, is it going to beat Ronke? He can't get there. Despairing dive.
And just as you said it, Jeremy, he's got himself into an awful pickle here. He's really cramped himself up for room. Possibly not as short, excuse me, possibly not as short as what he thought, and Ronke's made a great attempt there, just couldn't get back and around and take the one-handed catch.
Well, eventful over from Neesham. His 4th, and there's the 50. Sumaya just running it down. It's been a tidy innings. Played some lovely drives, tucks on the leg side, cuts. And it's 16 overs, 78 for 1.
Sit that.
So Santner beginning his 5th over. New Zealand just picked up the wicket. Let's see if they can pull things back a little bit here in this next session of play with Alan Lewis and beside him, Owais Shah.
Away from you for 1. It's leg stump.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Sit that.
Yeah, Samir looking a lot more comfortable now. Not the most fluent 50, I'd say, but
From you. Little stump.
certainly had some magnificent drives and
Balls from you.
late cuts.
Go on, Mitchie.
Got Alan Lewis with me. Alan, a much needed wicket there by New Zealand.
Yeah, very much. Bangladesh were asserting their authority there, and Tamim would be very disappointed with the outcome. A wide ball, he went uppish and caught by Munro on the boundary.
Yeah, you'd expect it, someone like Tamim Iqbal, veteran of 170-odd one-day internationals, to have done better than cut a long hook down to deep point's throat. Well, that's a magnificent delivery. Goes on straight on with the arm. Santner continuing from where he left off in Malahide.
Real intelligent piece of bowling by Santner there. Skidding it through. You know, that undercutting delivery that slides through low. And really...
Soumya gone for 1. Bangladesh 79 for 2. And that's Ghazi's drink breaks now. Ghazi drinks break. How have we got here, Rob? So is that back-to-back wickets then, Rob? You go wicket in the last over? Yeah, Nisha got Tamim Iqbal out in the last over, wasn't it? And then this over, back-to-back wickets. So there's Mushfiqur Rahman. Is it Mushfiqur Rahman in now? The wicket-keeper batsman, same name, Rahman? Mushfiqur what? Right, Mushfiqur. Right. So back-to-back wickets for New Zealand. Santner picking up the second one. Bowls him through the gate. Not much footwork there by Sabir. Santner proving to be the man with the golden arm at the moment.
Probably a ball of waste that he should have been forward to, and again, it's Santner's change of pace, this variety that he has, and I think one of the features of spinning now, particularly orthodox spinning, is this variety and change of pace. It was interesting, Ireland playing England at Lord's, and Root was between 44 and 65, whilst Ireland's spinners were around 52 to 55.
So new batsman Mushfiqur Rahim.
Benny.
Off the mark, first ball.
I'd say New Zealand would be disappointed there. That was a genuine chance. Non-striker was very sluggish there in getting off the mark. And perhaps picked one of the right men, the heavy-set Bennett. And the slide getting him home.
They missed there. That's a go over. 80 for 2 Bangladesh at the end of 17 overs. The cold-looking Bangladesh team out there supporting their team. Got the towels around and keeping them warm.
You mentioned towels there, Awais. I think it's sleeping bags is what they need out there. Towels won't be of huge benefit to you, but very different climatic conditions for the Bangladeshis here.
So Seth Rance back into the attack from the Walton end. He's been slightly expensive in his first spell. Let's see if he can adjust to the lengths he needs to bowl on this pitch and try and give captain a little bit more control. Nicely tucked away into the leg side. Will they come back for 2?
Running Manu!
I think one of the impressive features of Rahim is his running between the wickets. A very, very busy player. A man of vast experience for Bangladesh, and certainly that would be one of the features, is his busyness of play.
He tucks it off nicely off the legs. Runs the first one hard. That's the key.
Waiting.
Running between the wickets, very much a key element in one-day cricket, short-form cricket. I remember playing with Paul Collingwood. He was very fast between the wickets. And I would like to talk to you about Irish cricket. I believe it's 23rd June is the big vote that's coming up.
June is the big month, or is a big month in the future, largely of associate cricket, with Ireland and Afghanistan looking to move up a level and move into the test arena as such. So a very important time for both countries. And I think what's very interesting really in Ireland's development since 2007 has been the development of the game, now with first-class status, inter-regional cricket that's got first-class status. So as you probably understand, Awais, any of these sorts of things take time.
Close call there. Could be a run out there. Ooh, missed opportunity there. by Ross Taylor. I wonder if he... I don't think he realised how much time he had. Perhaps could have steadied himself. Don't think the LBW was on, but just there, I think Ross Taylor could have took his time a little bit more, saying that Mushfiqur was back home safely.
Isn't it interesting when there's an LBW shout, panic sets in?
It's over.
But going back a ways to Ireland's position and again looking at other countries.
And that's the end of the over. 18 overs gone. Bangladesh 82 for 2.
Toe. Stay there, bro.
So Soumya Sarkar nicely sitting on 51. Probably desperate for someone like Mushfiqur to get a partnership going for these two in this phase of cricket. So we got Ish Sodhi into the attack, the leg spinner. Bowled India out in Nagpur last year in the 2020 game in Nagpur. We see if he gets much purchase off the wicket. Wrist spinners generally do.
Yeah, come on,
decent average.
You're up here, pal.
But more so, be interested to see how the Bangladeshi batsmen go about playing and getting the singles of Ish Sodhi. Got an interesting field here. No one at square leg with the ball turning in.
Brilliant
Got a man on 45. Got the leg side field there. Deep mid on, deep mid wicket and a deep square leg. And just the 3 men in the ring on the offside with a man sweeping on the deep point boundary. Magnificent footwork.
Running Manu, good Manu.
One feels he might have done better than that.
Isn't it an interesting feature, Awais, these wrist spinners that have come into the game? They're such a vital part of the ODI setup. Zampa, Rashid Khan now for Afghanistan doing so well in IPL. They're nearly like the gun choice.
Nice.
Just talking about Rashid Khan, who's done really well in the IPL. Have we got anyone in Irish cricket coming through the ranks who we should keep an eye out for with you being chairman of selectors? Anyone you think could be a future star?
Well, there's actually quite a few good young kids, but they're just that little bit young at the moment. But it's a trade that Ireland are constantly looking at. We haven't had a rich fill of wrist bowlers, but
bang, bang, boys.
It's something you're constantly looking for because these young kids copy the stars of today.
Leaving in there, Tommy.
But more interestingly, from an Irish perspective, Jacob Mulder hit the scene in the ODI series. He's struggled a bit with injury, but Irish passport holder Australian came on, and they're wicket takers. That's the key thing, Awais.
Swept away to the leg side, just for a single. That's 84 for 2 Bangladesh at the end of 19 overs. Seth Rance to continue from the Walton end. Nearly sneaks through. A little bit of seam movement back into the batsman. Citibank awarded the DHL Daily Star Business Award. Best Financial Institution of the year 2016.
Waiting.
Well, there's Sumia. Timed the ball quite nicely right throughout his innings. Full of shots, good footwork, power. Well played, young man. Magnificent use of his feet. One bounce into the fence. In fact, it's carried all the way for a 6.
A stubborn player by choice, but he just has this ability to move into an extra groove, giving himself room, getting leg side of the ball, and a beautiful shot over mid-off for 6.
Wide ball. Yes, just shows the lack of pace in the pitch, so the batsmen are able to advance down the pitch, get to the pitch of the ball and take advantage of that short boundary on the Walton end side. Lovely swing of the bat.
Well, again, Owais, if you're to choose ends to hit it to, the Walton end is certainly the end to consider. One of the shorter boundaries, and again, when you come to grounds like this where you've essentially got to bring a little bit of your boundary in, it's particularly short, that end, and very inviting.
Yes, and that's exactly what I meant when I did my pitch report, talking about how these bowling units are going to adapt to the short boundary. What lengths are they going to bowl?
Wait.
More so at the end of the innings, when teams generally will bowl Yorkers, but on this ground, if you get that Yorker wrong, you can get hit straight over your head for a 6. So I think the bowling units could well be trying to bowl back of a length cutters into the wicket, trying to make sure the batsmen are hitting the ball with cross-batted shots. In the air, missed chance, I reckon. Bangs it away for 4 runs. Bangladesh 96 for 2 at the end of 20 overs. Pretty safe, I reckon, in the end. Don't think the fielder had any chance.
I think you might have wanted to have been Joel Garner there to get yourself to that clubbed over extra cover for 4.